Marpi Jallo.
The Gambia OIC Secretariat and the National Road Authority on Saturday took the media to various OIC project sites to inform the public about the progress of works ahead of the OIC summit to be hosted by the Gambia. Omar P. Jallo again.
The tour was led by Yankuba Diba, Chief Executive Officer of the Gambia OIC Secretariat, accompanied by Momodou Senghor, the Managing Director of National Roads Authority, and officials from the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, consultants and contractors. The team visited the Willinkama Garage Road, linking Burfoot Gamtel Johnson, the All Yundum Birkam Highway intersection, the Battle Hardin Highway, Airport VVIP Lounge, and the former IEC Johnson along Carava Avenue. Speaking to the press at the end of the tour, the Chief Executive Officer of the Gambia OIC Secretariat, Yankuba Diba, expressed satisfaction at the progress of the work and urged the contractors to deliver quality work and on time.
Construction within habitat area cannot be compared with building roads in the bush, because here lives are affected. People are already living in their houses. If you cut a cable today, you deny that family electricity. You cut a pipe, you deny that family water. You cut a cable, you deny businesses access to internet. So it needs a lot of collaborative effort. It needs a lot of care. And of course, even where people know they are on the right of way and they know they anticipate compensation, it is heartbreaking. You're living in your house and one day you see a bulldozer tearing your house down. It's not an easy thing. So we have a lot of management to do, not only traffic management, but emotional management. We need to communicate with people. We need to appeal to their sensibilities. We need to appeal to their consensus. We need to feel, we need to have empathy. So there's a lot involved in project planning, implementation, and so on. And for me, at the level of the OIC, as I said, having been, our office being associated with all stakeholders right from the beginning, we are really, really over the moon today to see that we have come this far. Everything happened so fast, it is really beyond our wildest dream. Because we all know, when we started barely about a year or so ago, when we floated all these consultancies and contracts, it was in the middle of COVID. COVID was just picking up. We never felt we would have even been able to sign one of the contracts by now. But thankfully, all our contracts have been signed, all the consultancies have been signed, boots are, as the saying goes, boots are on the ground. You see all the caterpillars, and I think we cannot expect any more than that.
Momodou Senghor, the Managing Director of the National Roads Authority, said the roads will significantly add value to the lives of the Gambians. He used the opportunity to seek the cooperation and understanding of the public as construction works continues.
Infrastructural project of this magnitude cannot go without some challenges. And we, of course, we are facing these challenges. But again, as I said, we have solutions to them. Maybe a bit slow, but we are sailing through in the way, of course, they're supposed to be. One thing we want to assure people is that these roads will be built to specifications as expected, as per the design. And inshallah, once they are ready and commissioned, we'll be proud of ourselves.
The contractors explained that the transfer of utilities delay progress on all project sites. They gave an assurance of quality roads which will meet international standards and be delivered on time. The construction of the 20 urban roads is expected to significantly decongest traffic, create employment, and help boost local commerce. Reporting for KTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
Moving on, a joint delocalized meeting of the ECOWAS of the Economic Committee of West African States, ECOWAS Parliament, opened in Lome, Togo on Monday to discuss implementations of ECOWAS institutions' audit reports in a bid to promote accountability and good governance. Aliou Cisse is in Togo and he now reports.
This delocalized meeting is taking place between 16th and 28th May 2022 on the modalities for the practical implementation of the committee audit reports. The main objective of the meeting is to enable members of the joint committees of public accounts, administration, finance and budget, macroeconomic policies and economic research, trade, customs and free movement on the examination of audit reports of community agencies and institutions. In accordance with the powers of the ECOWAS Parliament, the annual audit report of ECOWAS institutions and agencies are among the areas in which the Parliament must be consulted for its opinion. However, where the Parliament fails to give an opinion within the period stipulated, the Parliament is deemed to have given an opinion. In a goodwill message on behalf of Jane Claude Kasibro, President of the ECOWAS Commission, and the management and staff of the Commission, Halima Ahmed, Commissioner for Finance at the ECOWAS Commission, said the current management inherited a reform process that was driven largely by Finance Department. However, it also inherited some problems and challenges confronting the department, particularly the backlog of financial statements that were not prepared, dating back to 4 years, and pending audits.
Today, I am proud to report that we have updated our accounts, produced financial statements, and got them audited using the IPSA standard, which is the International Public Accounting Standards. We have also produced consolidated financial statements of all the ECOWAS institutions. By next month, that is June, inshallah, we will publish the financial statements in line with the provisions of the ECOWAS financial regulations, and with that, the financial situation of ECOWAS will be regularly available to the citizens, and of course through you also, for your appreciation, thereby improving public accountability.
Among the participants is Honorable Keba Kebaro, who is the chairperson for the ECOWAS Parliament's Committee on Macroeconomic Policies and Economic Research. The Combo South National Assembly member welcomes the meeting as timely and apt to ensure more transparent and accountable sub-regional institutions.
So this meeting here is very apt and very important for all of us as members of the ECOWAS family. The community is endowed with such resources, and all these finances are done by member countries, especially the community levy, which is mandatory for all members of the ECOWAS Parliament to contribute. And that's where the expenses, mostly the expenses of the ECOWAS Commission of all the 5 key institutions, including the Commission, is coming from. So this meeting is very important for us as members of ECOWAS Parliament.
Speaking French, Ibrahima Mouminatou, third Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, who also doubles as Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, and Yusufa Abdurrahman Bida Nuhum, Chairperson of the ECOWAS Parliament's Committee on Public Accounts, are hopeful of a positive outcome from the meeting and urge delegates to consider the issues to contribute to the promotion of accountability and good governance within the community institutions and agencies. Reporting for QTV News from Lomé in Togo, I am Aliou Cissé.
From that story, we will go for a commercial break. Still to come, we have more stories. Do stay tuned.
I am the light goddess. Everything I touch turns into light. I am the light at the end of the tunnel, and my technology is the answer. I am the happiness in your life. I keep you connected, and I am Q-Power. I am Q-Cell. I am Sunubus. We innovate, others follow. Call 111 for more information.
Style 2022 loolu laa wax de man waaw kay boo gisee nag ñu di ko waajal depuis léegi dañoo bëgg nag yokku cere dolli ñeex li ko waral nag QTV dañu bëgg saa yu ñuy def dara képp ku ci nekk rek gis ci sa bopp moo waral nag this time ñu bëgg koo yokku nag yaatal ko nag géew bi nag dañu ko yaatal boo mu yaatu lool ba tax ñu ngi woo designers yépp ci biir réew mi waaye yow mi nekk sax bitim réew bëgg ñu wone nag say product jokkal ak QTV da ci am solo nag bu baax a baax ba tax nag ki nga xamante ne piis lay jaay ci marché bi bëgg naa wone ay piisam ak ay xeetu piis di mu yor ñëwal ci biir Tobaski ak Style 2022 moom la ñuy waajal xanaa war naa neex dama ne nag kaay leen ngeen won ma seen mënin ma wax leen seeni cumbukaay ba tax nag jokkoo leen ak ñun ci nu mu gën a gaawee ci 32 44 44 4 ak QTV ak Tobaski ak Style yéen ñi rek ñu tax toog yow rek ci jàng ma cey
Welcome back. Global Properties, in partnership with Swami India International, on Saturday launched the airport residency housing project in New Yundum. Once completed, the mega housing projects will include over 400 housing units. And Sumana Isonyase reports.
Located in New Yundum in the West Coast region, this mega housing project is the newest estate currently being implemented by two leading real estate companies in the Gambia, Global Properties and Swami India International. These beautiful quality houses catering for all families are just a few minutes drive from the main airport, making life even more convenient for travelers and Gambians wanting a place to call home. Sol Fraser and Kim G. Pindoria, CEOs of Global Properties and Swami India, respectively, thanked Gambians for always patronizing them. They say their mission has always been to provide affordable and quality housing for the people, adding that this new housing estate is situated in a friendly, comfortable and conducive environment.
Our housing estates brings access to facilities and infrastructure that promote rapid development in its surrounding neighborhoods. When an estate such as airport residency is planned, the value of the surrounding areas suddenly increase, hence promoting the growth in the real estate market. So we are involved in property development with our partner Swami India International, but the impact it creates through these developments yield ripple effect, benefiting not only the estate itself, but its surrounding communities at large.
Before I close my speech, I would like to thank the government of Gambia, the Ministry of Lands, the local government, even the alcaldes, all authorities. Without that permission, without that regulations, control, we cannot able to do this kind of job.
Musa Suso, Deputy Governor of the West Coast region, and Keba Sise, Director of Lands and Survey, commended Global Properties and Swami India for their contribution to national development, describing them as reliable companies that are transforming lives in the country.
The Governor's Office wishes to encourage the proprietor, the MD and CEO of Global Properties for such a bold initiative and a vision. You can count on the Governor's Office for any such initiative in the future, and we encourage Global Properties to continue exploring other areas in the region.
I would assure the public that these two institutions are very reliable and prosperous development partners in terms of our housing estate. We all know in this country, housing is becoming a problem in our urban areas because of the majority of the population of the country living in the urban areas. As a result, housing is a major problem in urban areas.
Other speakers at the event included the Alcalde of New Yundum, Usman Bojang, Papa Seka of the Ministry of Lands, and Pastor Forbes, who all commended Global Properties and Swami India for coming up with such a magnificent housing project. The event was also graced by the Police Commissioner for West Coast Region and Gambian music sensation, ST, who entertained the crowd. This airport residency project is undoubtedly one of the biggest and most sought-after Global Properties and Swami India housing projects in the Gambia. Ansmane Sonyasi for QTV News.
In international news, over 190 UN member states are in the Ivorian capital, Abidjan, for a 10-day summit to combat desertification, dubbed COP15. The summit aims to formulate concrete action against the rapid degradation of land and its dire consequences for biodiversity and livelihood. More in this report by Ansumane Isunyasi.
This important international conference is one of the largest on climate change. The 15th Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Convention to combat desertification is organized to address climate change issues, especially desertification. Among the global leaders taking part in this important summit is French President Emmanuel Macron and the President of the European Union, Ursula von der Leyen, who will join in the debates by video conference. And 9 African heads of state, including Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum, DRC's Felix Tshisekedi, and Togo's Nyasimbe, are expected to attend the meeting hosted by Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara. Over the next couple of days, they will endeavor to agree on tangible measures to help restore land to its natural state. The theme for the conference, Land, Life, Legacy, From Scarcity to Prosperity, is a call to action to ensure land, the lifeline on this planet, continues to benefit present and future generations. According to the UN, 40% of the world's land is degraded and 12 million hectares of land are lost every year, equivalent to the surface of Belgium or Benin. UNCCD's Executive Secretary Ibrahim Chow said the conference will focus on the restoration of 1 billion hectares of degraded land between now and 2030 and future-proofing land use against the impacts of climate change and tackling escalating disaster risk such as droughts, sun and dust storms and wildfires, adding that human beings live on land but we also live off the land. We cannot take it for granted, he said. We have already reached breaking point. There is no longer a balance between our needs and the capacity of the land to regenerate and produce. This follows a stark warning issued by the UNCCD that up to 40% of all ice-free land is already degraded, with dire consequences for climate, biodiversity and livelihoods. The summit presents hope for the African continent, which is particularly affected by desertification. And among the issues expected to be addressed is the Great Green Wall, a paranoid project that aims to restore 100 million hectares of dry land in Africa by 2030 on a strip of 8,000 kilometers from Senegal to Djibouti. Ansumane Sonyasi for KTV News.
Now in sports news. Here are some sporting activities in RRR by Bakari Balde.
Football, basket and athletics are among the most popular sporting activities in the Lower River region. These disciplines are not only practiced for pleasure or physical fitness, but also as a career. Akibu Jajusi is the second vice president of Lower River Region Football Association. He says LRR has made significant progress in both male and female football by registering 3 second division teams currently participating in the national leagues. Ibrahim Njai, a basketball player in Soma, said lack of adequate equipment and training grounds are their major challenges. He urged government and philanthropics to support sports development.
Maybe dinde gis lo xamne dina len kida ñu len may hope ñu play game because so xolé ñun sun loon bi fini we lack materials amuñu balls suñu loon bi you know it's not in a good format so xolé tamit dina am nañ problème ci bari dal yo xamne ñu ci ñu laaxu ci biir so obviously suñ amé ku ñu dimbalé di ñoo comme ku ñoo support I believe basketball dina jëm kanam ci region bi.
Lawin Fati, who plays for Heart Academy Football Club in Soma, explained what inspired him to get into football. According to him, rural Gambia has many talented players and is optimistic of a better outcome someday.
Football is my dream. Since I was a child, I want to be a professional player. I want to be a footballer. So that is why I decided to join Heart Academy and then play football to achieve my dream.
Okay. The Gambia's national team's performance at AFCON in Cameroon and the various achievements of Africa's fastest 200 sprinter Gina Bass and the nation's beach volleyball team have inspired many more Gambian youths to participate in sports. Therefore, decentralizing sports to all regions will encourage youths to participate in sports. However, if these successes are to be built on, the sporting infrastructure and investment have to be greatly increased. Reporting for QTV News, I am Bakari Balde.
Before we end, here's a recap of our main headlines. The Independent Electoral Commission on Saturday, 14th May, conducted council by-elections to fill vacancies in Birkama Area Council and Kanifing Municipal Council. The Gambia OIC Secretariat and the National Road Authority on Saturday took the media to various OIC project sites to inform the public about the progress of works ahead of the OIC Summit to be hosted by the Gambia. A joint delocalized meeting of the ECOWAS Parliament opened in Lome, Togo on Monday to discuss implementations of ECOWAS institutions audit reports in a bid to promote accountability and good governance. In international news, over 190 UN member states are in the Ivorian capital Abidjan for a 10-day summit dubbed COP15 to combat desertification. That's it from me in tonight's edition. Thank you for watching.